matrix is designed to keep your mind occupied. Thoughts, bills, Netflix, TikTok, Instagram, entertainment. They're entertaining your mental body, your mind. Governments, they govern your mind. Because your mind is what attaches you to this physical body, these external factors. So they label you with a name, a job, a reputation to keep your consciousness stuck in a physical reality. You must detach from these external factors because it's the thought and emotion that latches your consciousness to this realm, to this body.
All right, this is Romans 12:2. It reads, and be not conformed. Let's look up conform really quick. Systematizo, to conform oneself, one's mind and character to another pattern. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakahakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who were pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, when you go through this Romans 12:2, and you look up a few words, right, like the word mind, in the Greek is nous. All right, it says the mind comprising alike the faculties of perceiving and understanding. All right, those of feeling, judging, determining. The intellectual faculty of understanding what's going on around you, understand what the Lord has ordained to play out, understanding prophecy, understanding how your conduct should be on the day-to-day and in various and all situations. Check the second definition out. Reason in a narrow sense as a capacity for spiritual truth. All right. You got to be able to see through your spiritual eye to properly judge and conduct yourself. It says the higher powers of the soul, the faculty of perceiving divine things, of recognizing goodness and hating evil. Okay? The scriptures say we're commanded to love the good and hate the evil, as the scriptures say. Okay? I also want to look up this word prove. This is dokamazo, right? To test, examine, prove, scrutinize. Let's look at that word scrutinize. What does it mean? When you look it up, examine or inspect closely, thoroughly, examine carefully, documents, evidence. Okay, basically to judge. See whether a thing is genuine or not, as metals. Examination to approve, deem worthy. So we're constantly supposed to be judging the things, people, scenarios around us. And the only way you could truly judge uprightly is if you understand the Lord's way, his standard. But this world does everything in its power to pull you away from righteous judgment. The escapism that's offered unto you in various forms every day is to pull you away from being spiritually sober. So again, I say this once a video, damn near, you are what you give your time to. I got to remind myself that sometimes. It's very easy to get caught up, in things in the world, doing this and doing that. No, man. Give diligence unto reading. Give diligence unto prayer. Give diligence unto protecting your spiritual sobriety, because your spiritual sobriety in this world is constantly under attack. This devil is relentless. So you have to be relentless about protecting it. All right, so in the beginning of the video, he kept mentioning mint, entertainment, government. Mint means mind. There's so many spells in the English language that we don't even notice. All right, when you come to this truth, you understand the importance and significance of looking up words so that you can get an understanding of what the agenda is, what the motivation is behind a lot of the things that are pushed, behind a lot of the things that our enemy does. In the big picture of what our enemy's motivation is, I did a lesson on this maybe a month or two ago, is everything revolves around them manufacturing their own permanent blessing. Going all the way back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, Jacob and Esau were both given blessings that would give them dominion and control over the earth. The difference between the two is that one was temporary and one would be forever. Jacob's blessing, when he comes into it, when the Lord comes back and we're changed and the kingdom of heaven is set up, that is going to be a government that is forever. The sun will never set on it. Esau, our enemy, his motivations is to manufacture that version of the blessing because he has dominion over the earth right now, but it has an expiration date. The big picture of his motivations is to change that. And along with it, get all the goodies, all the control, all the perks that we're going to get, which is being able to discern the spirit on a person, the thoughts in a person when we're making our judgment calls. That's what they're trying to do with AI, merging man with machine, because they can't do it on the spiritual side. So they got to figure out carnally, how can we do that? All right? And it's going to seem like they're achieving what they're trying to do, but we know the scriptures say that they lose in the end, which endows us with the ultimate confidence. With fidence, faith, confidence. So we're going to be endowed with the ultimate faith because we understand what the Lord has ordained, and we believe that he is. All right, but again, the word meant is a root word that means mind. And it gives you an example of words at the bottom here. Mental, demented, dementia. Okay? Could be used as a prefix or a suffix. Through activities that are imaginative or entertaining. It can help people temporarily relieve stress, which is what they're trying to do. They're trying to numb that pain. And anxiety and being under the curses here in Babylon. Just dealing with the infrastructure that has been set up against you as an Israelite here in America, in this society internationally. By default, you're going to be stressed. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what social status that you have. The system is against you. The infrastructure is against you. However, escapism can become problematic if it interferes with daily life or leads to other issues, right? So, and then when it mentions examples of escapism, it says they're reading books, all right? Now, the making of many books, there is no end, like the scriptures say. But there is one book that you should now that I'm going to get to the balance of the whole matter. Okay, escapism, especially in this society, it can be detrimental to your spiritual walk, but there's a righteous escapism that you can have as well. And right here it says reading books, right? But if you're reading the scriptures, if you're reading a book of life, it's going to add to you and equip you to deal with the physical world. That is good escapism. But our people aren't involved in good escapism. They're involved in the bad kind, the kind that's going to lead them to death, the kind that's going to lead them to a lack of knowledge. And the scriptures say what? My people shall perish for a lack of knowledge. Now let's go to Psalms 119 to back up the statement I made about good escapism, right? Go to Psalms 119 and 23. Let's read that, then we're going to jump back up. Okay, we're going to read verse 23. It says, princes also did sit and speak against me. Now, in our time, the dukes of Edom, the elites, the scriptures say in Proverbs, I believe 16:4, that they sleep not unless they cause some to fall. The some they're trying to cause to fall at the end of the day is the elect of the nation of Israel. They know who their enemy is. Do you know who your enemy is? Okay. It says right here, what? Princes also did sit and speak against me. But thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. And let's read it in the NLT over here. Verse 23, it says, even princes sit against and speak, Salakia. Even princes sit and speak against me, but I will meditate on your decrees. Jump back up. All right. Right. 15, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect. All right. To have respect for something, to regard something, is a correlation with what? Repenting. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. How do you meditate on the precepts? Well, you got to be reading them first. Verse 15 again in the NLT here on the right, it says, I will study your commandments and reflect on your ways. There it is. So there is good escapism. But again, 2/3 of our people are not participating in the good. So I want to finish off the lesson with this last precept here. All right, this is Philippians 4 and 6. Because I've been going into the fact that in the times that we're getting ready to experience, your defense mechanism, you know how many people's defense mechanism is escapism, whether it be, social media, women, alcohol, partying. Everybody, in this world that's guided by their flesh has their vices. Your vice in righteousness should be turning to the Lord, prayer, reading, keeping righteous company, if you have that opportunity. That's the defense mechanism you're going to need to win, to be of stable mind in the days to come. Philippians 4 and 6. All right, we're going to read it in the NLT as well here on the right. It says, don't worry. All right. Worry is what? Doubt. Now, should you be doubting if you truly believe in the Almighty? Do you know what Almighty means? It means all strength, all might, right? Meaning the Lord controls both sides. There's no strength that comes or that exists outside of him. He's omnipotent. He's all powerful. And his son is the bridgeway to him. So, knowing that, if you're serving that power, and the Lord never forsakes those who are walking toward him and has faith in him, all right? Knowing that, should you be doubting or worried? Doubt and honesty is a sin. You shouldn't be doing that. So let's read this again from the top. Philippians 4 and 6 in the NLT. Don't worry about anything. And how do you get to a place? Because I know people are listening to this. Okay, you're saying that, but how do you just shut that off? Well, it comes by reading. Faith coming by hearing. Hearing the words of what? The words of God. Indulge in the righteous escapism. Philippians 4 and 6 again from the top. You keep reading it again over and over. Yep. Philippians 4 and 6 from the top. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your heart, the la'ab, your mind. Okay, no, it's not la'ab here. This is in the Greek. Let's see if it's the same word we looked up for mind earlier. No, it's a different word. Maybe it has another nugget for us.
Strong's G 2588, cardia. Cardia.
Boom, there it goes. It says the soul or mind, as is the fountain and seat of thoughts, passions, desires, appetites, affections, purposes, endeavors, be as well as good. It says of understanding, the faculty and seat of intelligence, of the will and character, of the soul so far as it is affected and stirred in a bad way or good. Praying, meditating on the scriptures is a good stirring of the soul and mind, of the spirit, okay? Of the middle, central, or inmost part of anything. Right? Verse 7 again, Philippians 4:7. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Boom. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your hearts on what is true. Okay? Not what the wine and the philosophy that this devil is pushing in the world. Fix your mind what is true, and you're going to find the truth in these words through the prophets. Okay? We're going to speak using the Lord's words. All right? And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. So, Abba Ratzazah, you got something from this lesson. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.